Today on Car Scope, we're diving deep into a car that continues to redefine what the electric luxury sedan can be. This is the 2026 Tesla Model S, a vehicle that's not just an update, but a refinement of nearly everything that made the previous version so iconic. Whether you're a longtime EV enthusiast or someone who's just curious about what the future of premium electric driving looks like, this in-depth review will walk you through every angle, every feature, and every feeling the new Model S brings to the road. So settle in, because we're about to explore what Tesla has cooked up for 2026 and whether this legendary sedan still has what it takes to lead the pack. As you walk up to the car, the first thing you notice is how familiar and yet subtly transformed the design is. Tesla didn't reinvent the Model S silhouette, but they refined it in ways that are surprisingly noticeable once you've seen the car up close. The front fascia has been cleaned up even more. The lines are sharper, the contouring is more pronounced, and the low stance feels sportier than ever. There's a slim, futuristic LED signature that runs along the upper edge of the headlights, giving the car a more sophisticated expression, almost like it's watching the road ahead with total awareness. The bumper now features slightly enlarged air channels, not for cooling a gas engine of course, but for aerodynamics and battery temperature management. Tesla claims the drag coefficient is even lower now, and although we don't have a wind tunnel here to test it, the smoothness of the surfaces and the minimalistic use of edges make that claim easy to believe. Moving to the side profile, the 2026 Model S keeps the sweeping Grand Tourer look that has always set it apart from bulkier electric sedans. The flush door handles now deploy even faster, and the new satin metal trim gives the entire length of the car a premium, almost European look. The wheels have been redesigned as well, not just visually but aerodynamically. The patterns are cleaner, with directional sculpting meant to channel air more efficiently around the fenders. Depending on the trim you choose, you can get 19, 20, or the more aggressive 21-inch wheels. The side mirrors have been slightly reshaped too, cutting down on wind noise. The glass roof, a staple of modern Teslas, now uses a new coating that filters heat more effectively, something drivers in hot climates will definitely appreciate. From the side, the Model S still manages to look like a car designed 5 years from now, which has always been one of Tesla's biggest advantages. They don't just design for a day, they design ahead. At the back, the updates are subtle but meaningful. The taillights have been resculpted with a new segmented lighting pattern that looks fantastic at night and sharper during the day. The rear diffuser has been smoothed out to improve airflow, and the Tesla badge has been replaced with the company's minimalist word mark stretching across the trunk. When the car is locked or unlocked, the lighting animation is crisp and almost theatrical, something you'd expect from a luxury brand trying to elevate its sense of presence. The trunk opening remains wide and practical, and if you're familiar with previous Model S models, the amount of cargo space remains one of its strongest advantages over traditional luxury sedans. Once you step inside, the 2026 Model S shows its biggest improvements. Tesla hasn't abandoned minimalism, but they have refined it in ways that make the cabin feel warmer, more premium, and more intuitive. The yoke steering option is still available, but Tesla has listened to many drivers and now provides a redesigned round steering wheel as the default. The updated wheel has haptic controls that feel more precise and less sensitive than before. Stalks are still gone, but turn signal response is noticeably improved. Front and center is the 17-inch main touchscreen. The brightness is higher, the colors richer, and the interface snappier. Tesla's updated infotainment system now features more customizable layouts, allowing drivers to pin their most used functions along the edges of the screen. The tilt mechanism remains, meaning the display can angle slightly toward the driver or passenger. Below, the ambient lighting system has gained new color shift options, giving the interior a more modern personality, especially during nighttime drives. The materials have seen the biggest transformation. Tesla now offers upgraded sustainable leather alternatives that feel much closer to real premium hides than previous versions. The stitching is cleaner, the armrests more padded, and the dashboard now incorporates a soft, texturized surface that feels far more expansive than the older plain plastic. The wireless charging dock fits 2 phones comfortably, and the center console storage continues to be generous. In the back seat, passengers get more cushioning, improved legroom thanks to revised seat shaping, and an updated rear entertainment display with better responsiveness. The sound system has been refined, delivering excellent clarity, especially in the low and mid-ranges. And of course, the panoramic roof above gives the cabin an airy, open feeling, one of the Model S's trademark traits. Now let's talk performance. because this is where the Model S really loves to show off. Tesla offers two versions for 2026, the dual-motor long-range and the almighty Plaid. The long-range delivers smooth, silent acceleration with a 0-60 time hovering in the low 3-second range, depending on wheel choice and conditions. The Plaid version remains an entirely different beast: A3 motors, an absurd amount of torque, and a 0-60 time in the mid 2-second range. Even though Tesla hasn't drastically increased horsepower numbers, they've improved thermal management, allowing the Plaid to maintain high performance for longer periods without throttling as quickly. Range again depends on the configuration, but Tesla claims improvements across the board thanks to battery chemistry tweaks and aerodynamic refinements. The long-range version is expected to land somewhere in the 400-plus mile territory, while the Plaid sacrifices a bit of range for performance, staying in the mid-300-mile bracket. Charging speeds have also been improved, especially at newer V4 superchargers, giving drivers more miles per minute and shorter total charging stops. Driving the car feels very Tesla: instant torque, smooth power delivery, and an eerie sense of futuristic ease. The suspension has also been retuned, especially in comfort mode, smoothing out rougher roads more effectively while still keeping the car planted during spirited driving. As for price, Tesla continues to adjust pricing depending on market conditions, but the 2026 model year is expected to start somewhere in the low to mid $80,000 range for the long range, with the Plaid version pushing past $100,000 depending on options. Features like upgraded wheels, premium interior trims, and the latest driver assist software packages add to the cost, but even at its base price, the Model S still positions itself as one of the most compelling options in the luxury EV segment, especially when considering its performance, technology, and practicality. So after spending time with the 2026 Tesla Model S, the big question is, does this updated version keep the legacy alive? Absolutely. It may not be a radical reinvention, but Tesla didn't need one. What they delivered instead is a smarter, more polished, more comfortable, and more refined Model S, a car that continues to push forward without abandoning what already worked incredibly well. It blends futuristic style, blistering speed, impressive range, and a cabin that finally feels like it matches its price tag. If you're shopping for premium electric sedan and you want something that feels unmistakably modern while delivering performance that still shocks you every time you press the accelerator, the 2026 Model S remains one of the strongest options out there. Thanks for watching CarScope. If you enjoyed this step dive review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment about what car you want us to cover next. Until then, drive safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.